what is going on, my trading jits and curts? I'm gonna say real quick, don't mind my cat tripping balls right now. I wanted to come on here, make a little video that I feel like I should have made probably a little while ago. I won't take too much time explaining this because I do want to hop on some games for a bit, hop on Elden Ring, chill out. Probably gonna have to like feed my daughter and stuff like that, probably right now too. So maybe we won't even get time to play Elden Ring. Who knows? But one thing I wanted to come on here and really talk about is the habits you really need to have to be a trader. And actually, why I'm going into depth in this is because these last couple weeks, I should say, have been mind-boggling when it comes to my good habits and my bad habits. So, for example, just to kind of name a couple of the bad habits off the top of my head, I really struggle with masturbation. That's a common thing, like pornography and stuff like that. That's a common thing men struggle with. Actually, the statistics show that about 60 to 70% of the male population struggle with that. Just that topic alone. And it's honestly not like that I can't go get like bitches. I wish you guys could see me doing this in parentheses, like bitches and females and all that shit, because I have a girl. I got a girl. It's literally how I have a daughter. I have a girl. So it's honestly something I've struggled with since God, since I was like 8. I'm 20. So that's been something I really struggled with, and I'm honestly really trying to quit that. Another thing I've struggled with since I was about 15 to 16 years old is smoking. I was able to quit nicotine for a long time, but quitting weed was always like the struggle for me until one day I literally had to quit or I was gonna fucking die. I popped a blood vessel in my head. It was not getting fun anymore to smoke. I actually smoked a couple of days ago, and it literally feels like my heart is gonna like beat out of my chest at any moment. I'm gonna die, yada yada yada. And just recently, masturbation's been a big problem because obviously my girl just gave birth, so we can't do anything for like the next fucking almost month. So like literally, my daughter was born right here on the 29th or the 27th. Yeah, the 27th. Sorry, the 27th. Already forget my daughter's birthday. Look at me. But yeah, the 27th of April. So I literally can't do shit with her until the 27th of May. That is the first day we can do anything. And is that an excuse? Fuck no. That is not a fucking excuse at all. Another thing I've always struggled with is my connection with the Lord. That has been really good recently. He's the reason why I'm actually making this video, because I literally was backtesting, excuse me, and saw a video about why are you stopping your good habits if you know they're good? Why are you continuing to do your bad habits if you know they're bad? Because at the end of the day, the whole reason I got a payout was not because I was sitting there every day trading, was not because I was sitting there every day fucking back testing. Because if I'm being completely honest with you, there was days I completely forgot to back test. You know what I mean? Like almost that whole month I didn't back test. And like if I'm being so dead ass, I feel like the only reason why I got that payout is because I was consistent on my habits. You know, I was consistently just trying to be the best version of myself possible. I was consistently trying to just continue to be the greatest version of myself possible no matter the situation, you know? I would go to the gym every day. I would read my Bible every day. I had a book that I was reading every day, which I finished my 48 Laws of Power book, and I'm probably going to pick up Rich Dad Poor Dad again, because in my opinion that was a beautiful book to read. And I was reading that book while smoking weed, so I barely remember the book. Like, I remember the book, don't get me wrong, but like barely remember it. Not as much as I remember the 48 Laws of Power and how much that book taught me. And it really concerns me, like, because these 3 days right here, where it was loss, it made me realize that these losses weren't just because I took shitty trades, there were losses, yada yada yada, or even I think it was the 30th. The 30th was a pretty good trade. I just lost. And in all honesty, I realized slowly that like my bad habits are starting to kick back in. They're starting to take control of my life. They're starting to make me realize that I need to just continue to try to be that better person, that better version of myself. And I want to try so hard to just be the best version I can of myself no matter what. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what happens, I always need to be trying to do better in some sort of circumstances. So, that's when I figured, okay, I'm gonna come make this video. Because I honestly remember, like, a couple months ago, before the payout, taking one of the biggest losses ever on that Maven account. Like, my biggest win was like $60. My biggest loss on that account was closer to like 80. It's pretty up there, not gonna lie. And for those of you who stuck around with the Maven account, or even saw a portion of the Maven account, you know that's only a 10K account. So taking a fucking uh almost a $80 loss on that account was mind-boggling. Like, I'm surprised I even had the big ass comeback on that account that I did, because that was literally like right after blowing my last lucid eval, where I was over trading, over leveraging, over risking. No matter what happened, I was putting like fucking 4 to 5 contracts down, trying to pass the account. And in my opinion, the fucking cat is going nuts, bro. And in my opinion, don't get me wrong, I see traders all the time put like 5, 10 contracts down, like passing evals like it's nothing. And to me personally, that's not the way I learned. That's not how I learned trading. The way I learned trading is, you know, put a good like 1 to 3 contracts down, but always make sure that the confirmation was there, the risk to reward ratio is there, and most importantly, you're not just taking a setup because of FOMO or something like that. Hey, come here. Please stop freaking the fuck out. But in my personal opinion, that's how it's always been for me. And that's why you see my biggest one of those accounts $200. Nothing's really went over that threshold yet. And as you guys can see, it was with one contract. It wasn't with 2 contracts. Even with 2 contracts, my biggest winning day was $140, $124 actually. When every time I risk one contract, it was always just a good, 150, 200, 120. So like, they weren't crazy big wins. So I guess what I'm getting at here is, I know I wanted to start trading more risk, less contracts still, because at the end of the day, the only way this number moves up is if the account size moves up. If I'm being completely honest with you, like if I was trading on a 50K account, these wins would probably be about $400 or $500. If I was trading on a 100K account, then maybe they'd start reaching the 700 to a band mark. You know what I mean? They're not just sitting there and getting higher and higher just because I put more contracts down. Obviously they will, but that's when the loss amount starts getting higher and higher as well. So I wasn't trying to sit there. Oh, I think this is quantity of trades I took. I'm a retard. I'm a dumb as fuck. But anyway, either way, I still took 2 positions. So like, that doesn't help it either. Like, one position could still be a big win. When you take 2 positions, it's a fucking, it can travel out to big losses. So I'm really trying to like just get the good habits back down. Just be a better person, be a better man. Especially now that I have a kid in this world, I gotta set good examples. And honestly, more importantly, in my opinion, like trading wise, is just understanding that those good habits are what help me get that payout. Not sitting there and wondering about the bad habits every day. Because this account is. Oh, you guys can see it. Oh, I mean, you can see this anyway. I don't give a fuck. As long as you don't set a password or anything. So yeah, the account balance is like 25k. Minimum balance I can have is 2485. And as you can see, I was getting up there. I was 24,580, but it started traveling back down. And that's when we're starting to get back up there, you know. And the target is going to be 26,000, not 251. We have $956 remaining, and honestly, that is not bad. That's literally, let's see, you win every day. I'm gonna try to go for like 120 to one to like 200 plus, you know. So let's say 200. That brings it down to 756, 556, 356, 156. And this next week, it's literally bang, passed. But I mean, there's some news events going down the line, and we obviously would take trades around those. But every single day, we're just trying to do better, you know. We're not gonna sit here and rush this account to be passed because this number is so doable. If I can get a payout on a Maven account, literally just taking small trades every single day for the last year, I can pass this account. And it's only been going on for the last couple weeks, you know. So I'm not worried at all. I know what I gotta do. You know what you gotta do, and we just gotta keep being the better person. Every single day, God's gonna test you no matter what. He's gonna see what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. He's gonna throw it in your face, and he's gonna say, "Hey, this is what you're doing wrong. You need to start doing right again." You know. So no matter what happens, keep believing, keep being the best version of yourself. Let's get it.